Bonjour and welcome back to my channel. Claude here. Today I'm going to be doing a VR which I've been really looking forward to do because it's been very fun to think about it for the whole week and prepare this video. This is a VR to Kyra and it is called hashtag living in tarot or hashtag my tarot homes, and this is where you look at the world that was created around the tarot deck and you're thinking to yourself, oh yeah, I'd live here. So I've had great fun doing it, and I'm gonna show you 5 decks. Well, maybe with an extra one at the end if you stick to the end, to really see into the dark corners of my soul, but up to you. Okay, so starting with this, the Magical Dogs Tarot. Now, I am a huge animal lover, particularly dogs. I have a small pack of dogs, so it should come with no surprise that, yeah, I would love to live in a world where there's just dogs everywhere. So let me show you this deck. Let me put it away, the box is massive. I mean, who would not want to live surrounded by creatures like this? Now, I know there are several decks that have dogs as a theme, but this is my favorite one, that's why I've picked this one. I mean, look at that, this is just hilarious. I really like this deck. I love the way it's kind of tribally, it's, I don't know, it's got a very relaxing vibe for me, and I could see myself there. I mean, couldn't you see yourself here chilling by the beach, with the dogs? I mean, I could. And if you look at them, I mean, look at the the Queen of Cups. I mean, isn't she fabulous with the big pearl in front of her? The Earth and Pentacle suit is very foresty, which I like too. The Fire, which is the wands, is to me very cozy. I could see myself just dwelling in there, basically, with all of my friends, the dogs, all the different breeds. Let me see if there's one that I could show you. Now that's the Queen of Pentacles, but I wanted to show you something to do with the Swords energy, that's Sky. So I really like the fact that you see mountains with the sky. You seem to have all of the places in nature that I just love in this deck. And as I said, for me, having pooches everywhere around me, this is just fabulous. This is just happiness for me. So that's the first tarot deck that I would say, I'd really like to live in there. That is pure escapism for me, and I would love that. So that's my first deck. Now, following the threads of being an animal lover, the other deck that I love the world of is the Stolen Child Tarot by Monica Knighton. And I bought it, it's an independent deck, I bought it on Etsy. Now, I love this deck for many reasons. The fact that it shuffles beautifully, it's linen, but I love the artwork particularly. And you can see already it's very nature feel-like, and this is a deck that has animals and children and nothing from the modern world. And to me, there is something very peaceful about this, about not seeing anything to do with our current world. And I know there are some decks, that have aspects of today's world, and I enjoy them, but this is really where my inner child likes to dwell. And so loss of animals, nature, that to me is just, perfection. And also I find it kind of freeing to be surrounded by young spirits, just generally speaking. Not as heavy. It's just escapism, isn't it? I mean, and this deck is really powerful for my inner child anyway. It works for me. It talks to me on a very deep level. I feel very calm when I use it. I feel at home when I use it, which is, a strange concept, but it is. So this is, yeah, my second world. I mean, I would love to be able to cuddle up to a polar bear. Let's be honest about this. I would really love that. It's poetic. I mean, look at that. Look at the child with the lion. It's just beautiful. So that's the second deck. So let me put it to the side as well. And then moving on to something completely different. It's my Wizard's Tarot by Barbara Moore. Now I love witches, wizards, anything to do with that. And that is the deck that does it for me. Let me put the big box away because again this is a big box and small table. So, I mean, isn't she stunning and sexy and confident? You know, I'd love to be her. Let's be honest about that. I just, you know, I'd love to have a Knight of Wands that comes and sweeps me off my feet looking like this on a horse like that. And being able to, you know, wear these kind of outfits and no one would look at me twice. Being the proud owner of a magic wand, having castles and towers everywhere. I just, obviously I don't want swords in my back, okay, that's, yeah, but that's the Ten of Swords. But you know, in a world where you have big thrones like this and kings that look like that, and you know, your friends look like that, you know, we're all wearing beautiful dresses, and I don't know, you have big trees with pentacles everywhere. You make potions, it's a normal thing to do. I just think it's stunning. I really do. I love this world. I love the Judgment card here with the owl watching over. I mean, even the King of Swords with his wizard's hat is amazing. And the Hermit. Look at the gown on the Queen of Pentacles and the gorgeous garden she's in. I mean, wow. So yeah, I mean, look at the Six of Pentacles. I just love that card. I love the fact she's wearing a modern outfit with a big witch's hat on top. It's great. The Empress is stunning. I mean, it looks like a wedding dress to me. I just think this is a world I'd be very happy to live in, you know. Mountains, beautiful horses. Wouldn't it be cool if we could go to work on a horseback rather than having to take public transport or be stuck in a car that pollutes the earth? I mean, you know, for me, it really, it speaks to me on a deep level. I'd love that. So yeah, so that's the Wizard's Tarot. And in that theme of, you know, fantastical, the other world I'd like to inhabit is the Crystal Visions Tarot by Jennifer Galasso. I'm going to show you. This is a very soft deck. Well, to me it is anyway. And I really, really like the aesthetic of the world she created. To me, it's very fantasy-like. I mean, even the swords are beautiful, they're ornate. It's very delicate. I mean, you have dragons, and I'd love to ride a dragon. I mean, come on. And again, there's a lot of nature around. The magician's got wings like an angel. You have the fairy tale castle at the back. You know, the animals that are friendly. And it's a color palette that I like as well. There's a lot of purples and pinks and blues, which I think is very pretty. So yeah, this is a deck that to me has built a world where I could see myself live. You know, spinning something like that would be great to be able to do that. I just I think it's it's dreamy is what I want to say about it. It's very dreamy. It gives me peaceful vibes, just generally speaking. So yeah, so that was the Crystal Visions Tarot. Now on the theme of nature, as in you know, the old ways of living, you know, I would love to live in Odin's playbook. Now this is a deck that was created by Danielle Norman. Beautiful deck. Yeah, I've got it on Etsy, and I just love how earthy this deck is. She's painted a world where you see the Vikings actually living in their own country. We're not talking about the raiding, we're talking about living there, you know, in that beautiful Nordic country, and you know, where you can see skies like that and wearing outfits like that, where, you know, going to see the seeress, as it's called here, the high priestess, is normal. You know, you go and consult the oracle. This is a normal thing to do. Where your means of transport, if you want to leave the country, is a boat like this, where you can, you know, wear things like this, be in touch with nature, you know, with buildings that are, you know, simpler in a way, because obviously, you know, that's how they used to build buildings, where you can craft by the fire, and, you know, you're working on something with your hands, you know, not a computer. Obviously you type with your hands, but you know what I'm saying. You know, working the land, and the beautiful northern lights in the background. Oh, I'd love to be able to see that. Drinking out of horns is fun. I do have some horns at home to drink out of, as an aside, but that's fun. When you have this spirit of community, you know everywhere around you, you know, where you live, instead of being a stranger, completely lost amongst people. And you know, you've got your elders talking to you, giving you counsel. You gather around the fire, not just for Halloween, you know, like this is a normal event. I don't know, I just wish this was possible. I think it's beautiful, where nature is abundant. And yeah, I think she's depicted a really, really nice Viking world, you know. Look at that, the northern stars, northern lights, sorry, what? I said the northern stars because I read the word star, I mean seriously, the northern lights. So yeah, this is really somewhere where I could see myself quite happily dwell. And wearing, you know, big furs, and, you know, for warmth, natural things. So that was Odin's playbook. So that was my 5th deck, and I believe we were supposed to give 5 decks, but if you stuck with me until the end, I'm going to show you my secret world where I would like to live, and it's completely different from all of the other things that I've spoken about, and that's because I'm a big fan of Supernatural, the series, okay? So I've got the deck, obviously, as a true fan, and I know it's going to go against everything else I've said, you know, of wanting to escape and so on and so forth, but hear me out. Wouldn't you want to be able to live with 2 handsome, sexy men like that being your best mates? I mean, come on, you know, Sam and Dean Winchesters, I mean, yes please. Where your mom is incredibly badass, you know, and she has your back, and she's courageous and brave, and, you know, she teaches you things. Where the police is temperance, you know, where they listen to your counsel and they support you when you need them. When you have a dad who's, you know, powerful, who's teaching you things, you know, driving with those 2 guys, I'd love that. And fighting evil, that's just great, right? I mean, as a little girl, I was growing up wanting to be some kind of hero who would put things right. That, I know it sounds a bit childish, but yeah, it is childish, you know, but a world where you can speak with death and ask, why are you here? I would find that amazing, where you get to see prophets and maybe yourself can be a prophet. That would be amazing, you know, where you have people who hold the knowledge, the old knowledge, and you can go to them to find things out. I just find that absolutely amazing. So yeah, this is my little dirty secrets, I suppose. I love the supernatural series and world, and I would love to be part of that team, you know, with Sam and Dean, and fighting evil, righting wrongs, interacting with angels. Oh, that would be awesome. And yeah, having people who can guide me, you know. I would really enjoy that, I think. Anyway, you know, this is in my little head. I was trying to find the card of my favorite, but it is not showing up for some reason. Let me see, because it's Castiel. I know it's in the deck. He's in the deck. I just can't find him for some reason. I may have gone past it because I was blabbing on. And also, I mean, you know, this car. Wow, there you go. And where Castiel is your best buddy. I mean, you know, that is amazing for me. So there you have it. Thank you so much, Kyra, if you've watched this, for doing this tag. I really thoroughly enjoyed it. So thank you for giving us the opportunity to take part in this. I hope you guys have enjoyed this little VR about the worlds I'd love to inhabit. So there was the supernatural one, there was Odin's Playbook, the Crystal Visions, the Wizard's Tarot, the Stolen Child Tarot, and the Magical Dogs. So there you have it. So whenever you're watching this, I wish you a beautiful, magical day, and I'll see you again very soon. Until next time, au revoir.